Hello everybody, Chris Campbell here in the shop this evening. So what we have up on the bench now is a partially leather working making set. And I'm going to break it down for you. I've had a lot of people to request a video on what exactly the tools that you need to use in order to do leather work. So in front of you is about $800 worth of special tooling. And I'm going to break it down for you piece by piece. So first and foremost, what we have here is by Maverick. This is a line or a gauger. And basically what you have is a piece of metal that sticks out and it has a hole in it. And what you do is you can adjust it so where you would unscrew it and set it to whatever diameter size that you want. Say if you want it about here. You would lock it in place this on the workpiece and slide it all the way down. This tiny little hole will make a cavity into the leather work. So you can use that as a border or as a part for threading. This particular tool sells for about $15 from Maverick. Another one is also by Maverick. It's this one here. Now this one is a multi-tool. It has a cutting blade here and also a hole so that you can put the other piece into it as well and tighten it down as needed. But for me, I use this tool when I'm making straight edge lines in my workpiece. This tool is about also $15 from Maverick. Now these are also by Maverick. This one is a more depth tool for holing. And basically you would put your leather work down and put pressure and roll it, and it would punch holes into the leather work for either designs or for stitching. And that's what this one is for. This one sells for about $15 to $17 by Maverick. And then we have a second one here, which is a more finer or thinner piece. And it's the same principle. You push it down to make the holes. This one's a little bit cheaper. It's about $10 for Maverick. And I use this one quite a bit. When I'm sewing, I use different thimbles. This one is a half thumb thimble. So I will place this onto my thumb. And then for my index finger, I use a full body leather index holder. So it's basically a glove for my index finger. And this has really helped save me from being stuck from the needles. So I use this one quite a bit when I'm doing threading. You can buy the full face thumb for $2. The half thimble for $2. And I highly recommend those. And also needles. I have various different needles. This is actually just a drop in the bucket of the needles that we use. I actually have about 200 different gauges, shapes, sizes, contours, hooks, lanyards of different threads that I use for sewing leather work. This is basically just a salt drop of what I use. But these are my high-end needles. So these are about $30 for this set. That's why I keep them in this little tube. Also, you can never be without a good stitching scissors. I use these all the time. These are high-end stitching scissors. I got these for $18. They're titanium steel, so they never need sharpening, and they're always razor sharp. This is also for stitching pattern or picking. So if you get a stitch that is out of place, you can use this to pick it up and pull it out. These are about $2, and I use this one quite a bit if I need to. Now for hole punches. To make your threads, I have many different styles of this. This is just one. This is a 4-prong style. I have a 1-prong, a 2-prong, a 3-prong. This is the 4-prong, and I also have a 5 and a 6-prong. Each one of these sells for $10 a piece. So that shows you exactly how much one of these sell for. And then also, we have a set. This is a different prong set. And we have the adapter. We have the single prong, 2-prong, 3-prong, 4-prong, 5-prong, and 6-prong. So we will use the 2-prong, or excuse me, 1-prong for right now. And so what you would do is screw it into place and use this to punch. And it's got the hole cut out for the access pieces to drop. This particular set sells for $25. Some of them are also available online for about $30. But this is one that I use quite a bit. So I try to keep it into its own little piece. Measuring tools. So I use a straight ruler. You can pick these up for like 99 cents. Then we have a 3-sided ruler. I use this one quite a bit for making marks for my leather work. This one is a $10 piece. And then I have an increment mark. So we have this one. And this one is $20 from Motto. And then another piece that I use are different templates. So we have, and these are all metal. So we have this template with different designs, layers, lines, measurement tools. This one was $18. And then we have the alphabet, which is the alphabet numbers and designs. And this one was also $25, and it's also metal. A hole punch. Definitely something that you would need for any leather work, especially for belts. This one has different size holes that you can punch. This is a high quality hole punch for leather. This one came from Brocco, and these sells for $22 from Brocco, and I use this one all the time. Now when you're cutting designs, the swivel knife. I have about 15 different blades that will fit this, and basically you would unscrew it from here, change out the blades. You put your index finger here, use your middle and your thumb, and cut the design into the leather as needed. This is a $29 piece, $30 might as well say, and it comes with different blade shapes, contours, and sizes. But this is something that I use all the time. And of course we have our leather edger, and it's a sharp point. So we use this one on belts, bevels, a lot of the pieces that we need to remove the edging and give it like a straight contour. This is about a $10 piece, and this one is made by Octo. Now, this is what is called a burnishing tool. It's made of oak. And you have different sizes. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 different designs of burnishing. So depending on the leather design, you would find which size fits and rub it back and forth to burnish the sides of the leather. Now if you have a hole that you need to burnish, you would turn it over and use this side, and you can contour it to any shape, size hole to burnish it. These sell for about $10. Now for the punches. Each one of these punches sell for about $12 a piece. I have about 100 of punches. This is just a handful that I selected. So we have what is called the half crescent moon punch. This one here is the horseshoe punch. We have what is called a full horseshoe punch with the design. We have the half moon flower design. We have the railroad crossing design. We also have the triple star design. We also have the chess set design. And we have a leaf design. We also have what is called the broken pattern hole design. And another half crescent moon flower design. This one is the star design. Basket weaving pattern design. Flower pedestal design. Square basket design. We have the edge bob wire design. The straight bob wire design. And the actual bob wire design itself. Now this is a rivet punch and the backing. So you would put your rivet in here onto the leather piece and punch it, and this is the piece that you would use. We have we have several different sizes of bases and punches. These sell for about $10 to $15 per set. We also have what is called a locking rivet punch set, which is this one. This one sells for about $10. This one is about $8. It's a smaller rivet punch set. And then we also have the contour, what is called the deep contour. This one's about $8. And then we have what is called the shallow contour. And this one's also $8. Now, when you're putting designs on the paper, I have a lot of people ask about that. So if you're using trace paper, you would use this side, put your leather piece down, and you would trace this across your leather piece. Now the stick end you would use for the more thicker pieces, and use it like so. This piece sells for about $8, and it is very useful. Now for the other punch sets, we have an EMT punch set. This one sells for about $20, and we use this one quite a bit. It's just a basic punch set. I also have other punch sets. Each one of these are $20 a piece. So we have like the chess set. We have the double eagle. And we also have the cross of axis. And then of course we actually have the piece here that the piece hooks to. So each one of these are about $20 a piece and about $10 for the shaft. That's another piece that we use a lot. Now when it comes to hammers, we have what is called a 1-pound mallet hammer. We use this one for light work. This one's about a $10 hammer. Then we have what is called a super light hammer. This one is for more fine detail, and this is only a 1 ounce. And this is about $10. Now for deeper and heavier work, we use this one, which is a 10-pound hammer. And this one runs about $35. Okay. Now when it comes to belts, this is the belt collection. And I'm going to remove these just for a second. Alright, so right here we have almost $100 worth of belt cutting material. And I'm going to bring them out and show you. So if you're making a belt and you need to cut a certain design, these are the punches that you would use. This cuts the shape of the belt. We have different contours here, here, for the thicker belts, for the 1.5 inch belts, and for the 1/2 inch belts. Now when you're cutting slots and laces and products, this is what we use. So when I am cutting, say, this piece, this slot here, I would actually use this piece here to cut the slot. So we have different slot options and different sizes. So we use all sorts of these. So that shows you why it's so expensive to get into leather work. And this is just a handful. This is not even all of the tooling that we use. We use about maybe 50% more of this behind the scenes to do our products. But this just gives you a basic on what it is, what it takes to do a basic product such as this. So to make a luggage tag such as this, it takes about 30 tools. We have different cutters to cut out. We have different stamp patterns, different hole patterns to put the stitching in place. We have different patterns to cut and edge the sides, to trim, to burnish, to go back and repolish and cut. There's a lot of stuff that you don't see behind the scenes. So that's just a little bit of what we do. And if you need any custom work, come see me at Campbell's Custom Leather Works of Anderson, South Carolina. Have a wonderful evening.